Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my new product in my beauty routine. So I have some products here that I want to share my thoughts on with you guys, let you know what's working for me so far and what I'm currently using in my shower routine and all of that has been new that I haven't talked about. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Okay, so when it comes to fragrance, I do have a few things here that I'm going to be testing out this month, if not March for sure. I just have to make it a point to start using it. I did already film a review on these, but I'm going to be trying out the berry cream and matcha milk body mist from Fleur. So far, my impressions on it is that they smell good, but I'm not completely in love with them yet, or maybe I won't be. But the matcha one, in my opinion, does have a little bit more of like a unisex vibe to it. It has a little bit of like a cologne-y feel, and maybe it's the amber and patchouli that are really coming through for me. But the opening is my favorite part. I love the way the matcha smells. I love how powdery it is. It's a very relaxing scent, but do keep in mind, at least my nose picks up on the patchouli and amber pretty strong. Now the berry cream is more creamy, it's fruity, it's way more feminine. It is literally like a yogurt or something, like a strawberry yogurt or ice cream or type of dessert. The strawberry is very strong, but it's not a super juicy fruity strawberry. It's very like tonic and creamy, so it makes it more soft and smooth and easy to wear. I do smell the amber in this one a little bit too, and I'm not the biggest fan of amber, but it's not enough for me to not want to wear it. It's done pretty nicely. So I'm going to be trying those out, see how they work for me here. I went to Target the other day and I saw this one and I just picked it up. I had to take it with me. This is like a perfect body mist for bedtime, just for when you're home and you want to smell good, kind of comforting. And this one is from EOS, so it is an affordable body mist, and this one is vanilla cashmere. Fell in love with the scent as soon as I sprayed it. I walked up to where they had these and they had other ones that I sprayed, but none of them really gave me like the ooh feeling until I sprayed this one. So once I sprayed this one, I'm like, okay, this is the one that I'm going to take because it smells perfect. Vanillas have been a little bit hard for me here. They smell like smoky and burnt and just not the way that I'm used to smelling vanilla. Of course, not all vanillas. I'm gonna read the notes, but it's so perfect. The top note is whipped vanilla and sweet cream. The heart is soft musk and cocoa butter, and the base is cozy caramel and cashmere woods. How can you cannot go wrong with those notes, and they're very, very comforting and relaxing and cozy. It feels really, really cozy. Love it. I'm so excited to start wearing this one. I also picked up the Dior Rosy Glow perfume. This is pretty new. I'm going to be testing this out. I feel like these would go together so nicely because this has caramel and this has caramel in it. So that would probably be really nice to kind of make it really soft and nice. This to me, I smell the lychee a lot. So this opens up with a very beautiful, bright, sparkling lychee or lychee. And then you do notice there's rose in here. It's a pretty rosy perfume. But then the caramel comes in and it just makes it smell interesting. I don't really feel like I have other perfumes that smelled like this. So when I smelled it, I was like, whoa, it caught my attention because yes, I have smelled these notes in other perfumes, but the way that this is done, it's pretty different. I'm gonna put this one in the March tray and I hope that it's a good one for me. Very excited for this one. And last but not least, in the fragrance category, I did get a travel size of YSL Libre, and this is the Berry Crush. I have not tried this. Let me read the notes. I'm gonna just give it a little spray in my, I think I did try it once already, but I let it sit now, so I want to see how it smells now that it's been sitting for like 2 weeks, I think. So the main accords for this flanker are sweet, white floral, fruity, citrus, vanilla, lavender, musky, powdery, coconut, and aromatic. The top notes are raspberry and mandarin. Middle notes are orange blossom and lavender, and the base notes are bourbon vanilla, which I just said that's not really working for me. Musk and coconut. Coconut is one of my favorite notes, so that's kind of why it caught my attention, was the fruitiness and the coconut in this one. So I don't know, I feel like this one might be the one. I have tried every single flanker of this perfume. No, not every single flanker, but all the ones that I've tried, they end up getting very masculine on me, and that lavender is like disrespectful loud, but I think this is the one. I think they finally got the notes right, and I feel like I should get myself a full-size bottle of this to let it start getting rich and juicy, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Right now, you still get the Lib DNA, but this is like the perfect DNA for date night. I've always said this is super sexy. I love the way it smells. It just doesn't end up working on me necessarily, but the scent profile is just very chic and sexy, and I love it. It's like a badass perfume, but she's so put together and chic at the same time. Adding that raspberry and the coconut, I mean, I kind of smell like the bourbon vanilla in here, which I hope it doesn't mess it up for me, but I'm very excited to continue to get to know this one better. But that's a really nice one for date night. So let's move on to body care. I have two products for body care. So this is not a new release, but this is the EOS 24-hour moisture body lotion. This one is the pistachio one. Am I the only one who's like not really sold on this formula? Because I feel like everyone really, really loves it. It smells really nice, and I think it's beautiful to layer with pistachio scents. But when it comes to my skin and where I'm living right now, I feel like this does not cut it. I feel like I have other products that are very moisturizing, but I don't want that to be my final thought because I'm still testing it out and it's in my bathroom. So when I take a shower, there are a couple other lotions, but I'm trying to get through this one because my goal with these videos also is to kind of introduce you to the products and then give you guys updates along the way and use up my products. That's why I'm doing this, because I can go through an entire product, tell you if it works, tell you if it made my skin go crazy or horrible, and then we move on to the next product. Because I think when content creators are trying too many things at once, including myself, it's so hard to judge what really did it for you because you tried 5 different things the past week. So that's why I'm trying to stick to routines and see what is staying, what's not staying. So this one so far, I'm not really sold on it, but I'm not giving up yet. What I do is I mix it with oil. So I add this oil to almost all the lotions that I put on, and this is the Josie Maran Argan oil. And I just started using this one not too long ago, and we're already pretty much halfway, more than halfway. And I like this one because I like to feel my skin real soft. I don't care if it's a little, honestly, I don't like sticky. So if it's sticky, I don't like it. But if I do feel a little bit of like a lot of moisture underneath my PJs, it doesn't bother me. So at night, I oil myself up. So this, I mix it into whatever body cream I'm using and it just works. So I really, really like the oil in combination with whatever lotion I'm using. For body wash, this is done. So this is going to be in an empties video. So this is from Sol de Janeiro, and this is the Bon Dia Bright Body Wash. And I've really been into body washes that have actives in it. This one has salicylic acid and smoothing AHAs. I like to use these types of soaps because I know that it's going to really get into the pore. It's going to get rid of any nastiness in there because salicylic acid works really good for my pores. And I really like this one. I feel like it really made a difference. In my empties, I talked about the Vioma one, I think it was, that I didn't really enjoy it too much, or I didn't think I was gonna repurchase, but I would repurchase this one. I really like the scent of it, and it exfoliates at the same time. So my skin has been pretty smooth. So for me, this is a win. I already used this one up, so just wanted to kind of sneak it in there because I went through it pretty quickly. Ooh, I have one hair product that really impressed me. I'm not the best when it comes to hair. I don't know too much about hair. I've been trying certain products, and I did notice that there are certain products that will make my hair disgustingly greasy, and that is one of, I can't. As soon as my hair looks a little bit greasy, it's either going in a bun or it's getting washed. So I've had to get rid of certain conditioning masks and things like that. But I also like my hair to feel soft. I want it to feel nourished, but I don't want it to feel disgustingly greasy. And Saltier sent me a PR package, and this was in there. And when I first got it, I was like, oh, I'm probably not even gonna use this because when it comes to hair products, I'm not really like, I don't really use too much stuff on my hair. But I put it in my shower. This is the Santal Bloom In Shower Hair Gloss. I've tried other glosses before and I haven't really noticed like this huge difference. So I just put it in my shower. An advanced cationic conditioning polymer and rice amino acids. It has rice. I don't think I've ever tried rice in my hair. It's supposed to strengthen the strands, reduce frizz, and moisturize the hair for instant glossy shine. Because it's a fast-acting, transforms dull hair in the shower, and it tells you what each ingredient. It has lactic acid, panthenol, hydrolyzed rice protein, and as you can see, I use maybe this much of it. You guys know I have a lot of hair and I have very long hair that reaches my butt pretty much, so that's not bad. for a use, and it made my hair so soft. Like, it made a difference enough for me to be like, wait a second. Okay, this goes right after shampooing, before conditioner. Usually when I do shampoo and I wash off my shampoo and I go to put on my conditioner, my hair is rough. It feels dry, it's rough, because my shampoo it left it squeaky clean. So I went ahead and I used this. I've only used it once, so I do need to follow up, but I used it and I left it on for a couple minutes. It's really fast. So yeah, just really quickly washed it off. And when I tell you that when I was washing it off with the water, I could feel how soft my hair felt. It was just so soft. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty promising. And I will say, the week after I used this, my hair looked noticeably just like healthier. They also sent me a texture spray. I'm definitely gonna try that soon with my hair loose and see if I could get some nice curls with it. But this is a really good product so far. I think the rest is skincare. Okay, yeah. So I have some fails here in the skincare department and I have some loves. So I'm going to start off with the cleanser that I'm using. So right now I'm using the new release from Coco Kind, and this is the Milky Soft Face and Body Cleanser. I love it. My husband really likes it. It's so gentle, yet when you start adding a little bit of water to it and really scrub your face, it does feel a little sudsy, like enough for me to feel that my face is clean. It's a lightweight milky gel hybrid that gently cleanses the face and body. You can use it on your body as well. I have not tried removing makeup with it because I always double cleanse and do like an oil cleanser, but it does not strip my skin. So that claim for me is true. It says it delivers a deep, clean feel of a gel with the hydrating barrier supporting benefits of a milk, leaving skin soft, calm, and comfortable. I love that it has a pump. I love the size of it because I've been using this for like probably, I think, 2 weeks now. My husband uses it too when he uses the bathroom downstairs, and we still have a good amount left. It doesn't have a nasty scent. There's nothing bad to say about this cleanser. I think if you have super oily skin, maybe this one might not be like enough for you, but if you have acne prone skin, sensitive skin, dry skin, this is such a good cleanser, and you can find it at Ulta. It's affordable, so I'm really happy about that one. Let's talk about the fail, which I still am not 100% sure yet, because I made the mistake of using these two products at the same time. And when I tell you I broke out recently, I broke out in cystic, painful bumps that I have not had, I think, since I was in like middle school and high school. I was so pissed. So these were the two products in question. I first thought that this was the one that broke me out, so I completely stopped using it. This one is the Bubble Soft Swerve Barrier Restore Balm. I don't think it's what broke me out now, because I think I know exactly what it was, but at one point I thought it was this because of the texture, but the way that this product comes out, that's how it kind of shaves it out, and it is a thick, very thick, very thick. Now this one, I'm gonna try and use it again on my face, but I'm waiting for these breakouts to go away and my skin to be clear. And I can't believe I'm gonna risk it again, but I want to know. I really like this one for the skin barrier, and I felt like when you really warm it up, it sunk into my skin just fine, and it didn't leave that feeling. I kind of know when a product is going to break me out because I have like this, when they leave like a film on the skin or they feel like they're sitting on top of the skin. This one felt like it sunk in, but I got scared, so I stopped using this one, and then I went back to everything that I knew that does not break me out. And then I kept using this one, which is the Prequel half and half. If you have used this, let me know if this works for you or if you broke out. I think this is what broke me out, because I stopped using this for more than a week, went back to my skincare, and things were looking pretty good. I'm like, okay, this was the one that broke me out because I didn't get any active breakouts. And then like a day or two later, I had this one. So I started off with one right here and two big ones right here, which now I have a scar. As you can see, that not even makeup is covering it up. When I got those to heal, I kept on doing my skincare, and then I got this one. So this is the only thing that was left in my skincare routine that caused that. So, and this one does leave kind of like a residue, kind of film like finish that I think is what's breaking me out. So this one, I'm not going to continue to use it. I'm not even going to try it because I'm almost sure it's that one. I don't think it was the Bubble soft swerve, because this one, if you have a very damaged skin barrier, I think like 1 or 2 nights of this, because this helped me out so much. I had a really rough day where my skin just felt horrible. It felt like burnt because I tried an exfoliator or something, and in 2 days this had my skin brand new and I had no breakouts. I think it was this. But anyway, First Aid Beauty has some new pads, and these are the Ultra Repair Hydrating Pillow Pads. These have colloidal oatmeal and ceramide. So when I first saw these, I didn't know if I wanted them. I didn't know if they were necessary. They look pretty much identical to my favorite ones, which are the Facial Radiance pads, but this one I felt like was great to have just to prep the skin, give it some extra hydration, and it is a really nice first step to makeup prep. I did it today for my makeup and it just left this beautiful glow on my skin, but not greasy, not thick. It just looked really, really nice, and everything else layered on top of it perfectly. So I'm going to continue to use these and let you know if I get breakouts or anything. Now, I ran out of my Experiment Super Saturated Serum. Their Super Saturated Serum was a savior for me here during winter. Now, this winter wasn't crazy here. It wasn't really too cold, but it does get really, really dry. Your skin feels it. So that saved my skin, and I just ran out of it. So I am going to repurchase, but in the meantime, I kind of wanted to replace it with a product that was similar from a different brand, just to see if I find more good ones. So this one is from Glow Recipe, and this is the Prickly Pear Peptide Mucin. So I have been using this one for the past couple days, and I will say this, I am feeling pretty positive about this one. It's kind of like those snail mucin, but I noticed that the snail mucin ones will just, again, leave that sticky feel, and that is what my skin, I don't play about that. I'll put nothing sticky on it. This one though, even though it has that sticky texture to it, it's still pretty drippy and pretty thin. So yes, it has that, you know, that stretch that everyone talks about, but as you can see, it doesn't stick. And it's very thin and liquidy, and it really sinks into the skin. I put it on last night. I put it on this morning, hoping that I don't get any breakouts, but my skin is feeling pretty good. So this one might be a great one too in that category of mucin serums, but this is not the snail mucin. This is prickly pear, which is great for hydration. So this one so far I'm really liking. And then last but not least, I have not tried this one yet, but I think on my next exfoliation day, this is the one that I'm going to try, and this is the one from Pharmacy. This is the Bright On Daily AHA Foam Exfoliator with mandelic acid and fermented lemon peel. Now this one's a little bit scary because everyone says that they prefer mandelic acid if you have sensitive skin, but for me that has not really been the case, and mandelic acid has irritated my skin more than a couple times. So I'm a little nervous with this one, but at the same time, it's a foam. It feels pretty lightweight, so I cannot wait to try it out. And then if it works out good for me, I will definitely include it in a favorites or in an update. So I do have a favorites video that's gonna come up soon with some products that have been pretty much just became permanent in my routine because they are just that good, and I can't wait to share them with you. But here are the products that I'm currently working on, currently testing. If you have any questions, let me know. Can't wait to talk to you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Keep my conscience clear, that's why I'm so magnetic. And it